Feeling good, feeling great. Feeling good, feeling great. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. Oh, we are down here, girl. I just got finished talking about Jennifer Williams and Christian Gold. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So let's see what else is happening on the blogs. Let's go to Hollywood
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something. Unlocked. I had enough of the Jasmine brand. Just dumb. Why you dumb for no reason? All right. JoyTaylor, this is from the Jasmine brand. This is what I was talking about before we left. JoyTaylor reportedly, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. Did you like the video already? JoyTaylor reportedly sidelined from FS1's Speak amid legal drama. JoyTaylor's status on FS1 is under scrutiny after missing 4 consecutive days of hosting Speak this week. Sources told Front Office Sports that Taylor was sidelined by the network, though the reason remains unclear. Fox Sports declined to comment, and Taylor's representative also did not respond. Taylor, along with ex-FS1 Skip Bayless and FS1 boss Charlie Dixon, was named in a January lawsuit by former Fox hairstylist Nushin Faraji. Taylor was accused of harassment based on ethnicity allegations she and Bayless have both denied. Taylor's legal team calls the claims devoid of merit, accusing Faraji of using the lawsuit for media attention. Despite the legal battles, Taylor recently returned to the host to speak with Keyshawn Johnson. Shout out to Keyshawn Johnson and Paul Pierce, even taking the show to New Orleans during Super Bowl week. She has been with FS1 since 2016, previously moderating Undisputed and co-hosting The Herd. Good. She slept her way to the top and was going to claim sexual assault and blackmail all the men. Did the men get sidelined as well? Let that young lady pop that pussy in peace. Shit. Sheesh. I hope she got pretty savings account, or at least enough endeavors that amount the money she was going to be missing. What about the CEO? This show is kind of dry without Joy. More vacation pics. Clearly haven't seen her all week. Knew something was up. She smashed dudes to get a job. So what? I think men be really jealous of that women can actually use their pussy for gain and them not get a percentage of it at all. I think men really be upset that women can, and then not as upset with the men, because if they were in the position that a woman was offering them pussy to advance, they would take it. But you're mad at her that she's using her pussy and no man is getting the benefit of, like, her, she's doing it for herself. You understand what I'm saying? She's not being exploited or mistreated or something. She is fucking her way to the top. And I think men really have a problem with that. I mean, y'all can fuck your way to the top, but y'all have men in positions of power. So take, do what you gotta do, boo. You gotta bend it, bend it, bend it, bend it. Do you gotta bend it? You gotta be doing the bending, or you gonna get being bent, honey? JoyTaylor. She sleeping her way to the top. She said she was gonna claim rape or SA if it didn't go the way she wanted it to go. That's a risk the men take, right? If you're accepting pussy in return for a job, the risk that you take is that woman coming back out and saying that you allowed me to sleep with you to get to the top. So you participated in it. KevinLiles and Def Jam hit with a SA lawsuit by Jane Doe. That's Erica Lyles' ex-husband. I wonder if Ray called Erica Lyles after his wife was sent to the pokey. Girl. Not Karen in the Slammer, girl. Not Karen in the Slammer. Girl, no. She's in the Slammer. Oh, I love when I open up the reservoir of my grinder and there's enough broccoli in there to eat. I want some shrimp fried rice today. I had some pho the other day. I'll have, I guess I can do it on Monday, but I have a craving for some shrimp fried rice. I'll be able to do it on Monday, to get some on Monday. I can't do it this weekend. Can't do it this weekend. I'll do it on Monday, or I'll do it maybe Sunday evening. That will probably be when I can. When I can do it. Yeah. My kid said he was craving Chinese food, but he said he wants to make it. He wants to make some fried rice, and he wants to make, what did he say? He made crab rangoons the other day. You know, he did culinary last semester, and this semester he's in catering. So they do the food truck, they go to the district office, and they manage the food truck. They do sandwiches and um burgers and stuff like that, fries and things like that. He's been making donuts for them, Simpsons donuts with the pink with the pink icing with the rainbows on it. He's been making Simpson donuts for the teachers at school. They love it. And then he made crab rangoons the other day. Um, they were pretty good. He made the little sauce to go with it, sweet and sour. So when I said the other day, I was like, I want some chow mein and some fried rice, and he was like, I want to make it. So we'll see if he can make it. See if he can make it. So JoyTaylor, I don't know, girl. Sleep your way to the top. Oh, KevinLiles, essay. It says KevinLiles, a prominent music executive known for his work with D'Angelo Young Thug, is facing a lawsuit from Jane Doe, who alleges that he SA'd her during her time at Def Jam in the early 2000s. Filed in New York Supreme Court, the suit names Liles, Def Jam, and Universal Music Group as defendants. Under the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Law, the claim was allowed due to an amendment granting survivors the chance to file previously time barred cases by March 2025. The Jane Doe alleges repeated harassment and violent assault in 2002. Lyle's representative has yet to comment. They're all, you know what the script is. She just wants a money grab. She's lying. She just wants a money grab. Why didn't she come out? We know all the scripts and stuff like that. So they're opening it again. It's going to probably be a lot more lawsuits. A lot more lawsuits. People abuse positions of power, and men abuse their positions of power. They make women uncomfortable. They try to solicit sex. They just are, and because everybody thinks somebody is lying on somebody, or why didn't they come out then, it's just like the cycle continues. So good that she came out and finally told her story. But somebody said he looks like Russell Simmons. Mm-hmm. He knew it was coming. That's why he stepped down. At what point do we start to question Jane Doe? And why is she sleeping with all these high profile black men? Who is this Jane Doe? We already saw this coming. Plot twist, it's the same fake victim that we represented by the ambulance chaser in this cheap suit. And the fact that so many men, they like automatically, and women, they automatically are like defending. And it's weird because when you look at the world today and you see how men abuse power, and then when a woman comes out and says, oh, I was a victim of this abuse of power, then everybody is like, no, she's lying. But you can see it, and it's almost like, no, she's lying. He's a powerful man that she's just trying to take a black man down. Nope, 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 nope. They don't see it. They don't want to see it. And that's so dangerous. But that's the script. That's how it happens over and over again. Russell Simmons, nice try. I know that's you now. Woo, baby, y'all got the courthouse busy. Who's her lawyer? They're not stopping until they get their money. On the first SA case expired, and now a new one comes up. I believe the first one was how he fled, but now everything is so scandalous. I was waiting for the Russell Simmons doppelganger to get called out. It's only a matter of time, and all of them, all of them, all of them. They ain't no. There's. Let me tell you something. There are no upstanding men among them, because an upstanding man would speak. An upstanding man would ignore the bros before hoes and the bro code and speak up and say, y'all, these women are not lying. A lot of this shit was happening. A lot of these men were abusing their power. A lot of these men were giving women, putting stuff in women's drinks and taking advantage of them. But the men who say it's not all of us, they're so silent and quiet and hiding behind. They don't really. It's not. But too afraid to speak against their brotherhood. Too afraid to speak. Won't. They will not. I wish women would be more like that. I think it's starting. I see a little bit of that online, where it's like the women come out and be like, before we give condolences, before we give thoughts and prayers, we need to see your digital footprint first. Baby, the way they zoomed down on what's that boy's name that was worshiping that woman who shot his chest out of his back? Girl, the girls are like, what's his digital footprint? They found his digital footprint and it was nasty work. And so the girls are like, oh, never mind, y'all got it. Becky and Karen, y'all got it, girl. That's your man, girl. That's your man, girl. Got that black BBC, girl, black BBC, girl. And then they taking the niggas out. They got that BBC and then they taking them out. That's the wild part about it. And they said the family is on now. The man's weirdo brother is trying to blame black women for the white woman killing the boy.
But we don't care.
Girl said, what? Now, how did I get in it? The girls are saying, I'm minding my angry black woman business, girl. We angry and masculine. I'm minding my masculine business. Girl, why want this thing light? I'm doing. I tie them too tight. I think I'll be rolling them too tight. I'm minding my business. They said his brother is saying it's the girl's fault again. It's black women's fault. What's his name? Ooh, let's see. Girl, Jim Jones. I don't have nothing to hear. Coco Jones seemingly confirms romance with NBA player Donovan Mitchell. The internet definitely clocked my team. Who cares? Wow. Pentagon orders transgender troops to be identified for removal from the U.S. military. That's crazy, y'all. The Pentagon is set to begin removing transgender service members unless they receive an exemption, according to the newly revealed policy in a new court filing on Wednesday. The memo orders military officials to establish a system by March 26 to identify transgender troops, with separations finalized by June 25th for those diagnosed with gender dysphoria. Troops undergoing hormone therapy, receiving gender affirming care, or who have had surgical procedures related to their transition are included in the policy. According to ABC News, this change surfaced in the Talbot versus Trump lawsuit, which challenges President Donald Trump's January 25th executive order rolling back protections for transgender military members. Military service by service members and applicants for military service who have a current diagnosis or history of or exhibit symptoms consistent with gender dysphoria is incompatible with military service. Critics argue the policy is an attempt to force transgender troops out of service due to bigotry and is setting the stage for further legal battles. And what's crazy is these are military service people being ordered by a man who skipped the draft. Ain't that some shit? Ooh, girl, that's ugly. That shit is ugly. Ooh, it's ugly. Somebody said, if you're willing to serve and potentially die on my behalf, I could care less of your sexual, political, or religious organization. Somebody said, shaking my head, but they won't identify the sexual abusers. And they let Andrew Tate and his brother back into the country. Well, we know the United States is the human trafficking hub of the globe. Of course, they would let those brothers back in this country from Romania. That shit is crazy, bro. I gotta go, yo. I got someplace to go. What time is it? I got maybe about 15 minutes and then I gotta go. Somebody says they're weakening the military. Man, they better leave them people alone because most of the U.S. is not trying to enlist or defend this country. Why? If they're willing to sacrifice their lives for us, why does it matter? They should be happy anybody wants to put on that uniform, low key hoping that it's three-fourths of the military so they'll change their minds. How does their identity keep them from protecting and serving the country? Because they have to keep the what do they call it? The status quo: white, cisgender, male, heterosexual, Christian, thin, and able-bodied. That's it. If you are outside of that, right? They coming after you. That's why you got to be careful when you're like speaking of when you're transphobic or homophobic, especially as a woman, especially as a black woman, especially as a black man. It's like, girl, you're man, but you forgot. White is the first thing. Male, cisgender, heterosexual, cisgender male, right? You're It's just a matter of time. So you have to be mindful of when you're getting down here in your bigotry bag and you're cheering for transphobia or homophobia. Be careful. Be careful what you root for. You could be next. Like a lot of these people are realizing veterans are being laid off of their jobs. The white people that are being affected by these things are like freaking out because in their mind they voted for their against their own self-interest, but in their mind they voted for the illusion of white superiority and not realizing like, damn, I'm a veteran. Oh damn, like you think that they're treating veterans well? You know that they don't. Oh, disabled people are being affected. Yeah, there are disabled white people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, the food stamps is being affected. Yeah, the majority of people receiving quote food stamps are white. Now they're like, wait a minute, I didn't know it was going to affect us. What did you think? You running around here calling everybody else lazy and thinking everybody else is taking your jobs and this and that. Now you don't have a job. That's the crazy part because you voted against your self interest. It's crazy. They shouldn't want to fight for a country whose leaders don't respect them anyhow. That's my thing. Girl, I would, girl, please. But some people feel that they have a duty, you know. Even though I think the fight for freedom is not a real fight, it's like it's fake. It's fake. Girl, it's fake. Fake, 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 fake. Fighting for what freedom? And then you're like fighting for our freedoms while in the country that you're fighting for the freedoms while in the country freedoms are being taken away. And the fact that somebody is in position to tell you what you have a right and don't have a right to do, and those people are grossly mediocre, grossly underperforming, and they get to tell you what's what. And when you inadvertently, through your bigotry and your ideas, side with these people, don't forget you a woman. Don't forget you gay. Don't forget you queer. Don't forget. You see how Stephen A. Smith came out and was talking against Joy Reid, talking about it's not a race thing, it's not a race thing. It's never a race thing for them until it's them. Then it's a race thing. I tell y'all that all the time. You To them you are woman first, to them you are queer first, but for them you're black first. They need more people when it's for them, but when it's you or our queer brothers and sisters and cousins in them, they don't see that first at all. But when it's them, baby, they got a deck full of race cards. Well, I'm a black man, I'm a black man, I'm a black man, I'm a black man, you hear me? I'm a black man, I'm a black man. It's a black woman talking about her beat because she's black and she feels like she's getting this treatment because she's black. And Stephen A. Smith is like, no, I don't think it's that. Okay, when they fire your black ass, you're going to be down here pulling the race card too. He forgets his blackness puts him outside of that box. But they be in their fucking male identity bag, their cisgender male bag. That's what they be in. Governing themselves, not realizing, girl, you are so outside of the box. Being used, calling motherfucker daddy. Like that shit is crazy. And then the women, the black women whose identities are still tied to black men to the point where they know how they show up and socially, and they still are right there marching with them and doing the things for them, creating organizations for them. But when it's you, girl, they become law-abiding citizens. They want to see all the evidence first. But the first thing they do when somebody tugs at them, they say black, 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 black. Umar Johnson is famous for that. You got a lot of content creators, they just say black, 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 because they need to keep you hooked into that thing. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything, because the numbers come from queer people and women, right? And straight women. A lot of that stuff is being pushed by, and you see Jasmine is out there, the most vocal, loudest one. I don't see any of these black male politicians hollering and screaming to the top of their lungs. I don't. Because they are in alignment with the patriarchy. They are in alignment with male identity. They only need your numbers when it's something against them. They only need your numbers when it's something against them. But when it's you, they don't care. They fall all the way back. She got what she deserves. She's lying. It's not about race. All the things. Did she lie to him? She must have lied to him. It's all the things, girl. Never no protector, provider BS. I'm not. That's why you got to see these people's digital footprints today, or see their digital footprints when something happens to them, because a lot of these dudes, they don't care about, they just need your numbers. And if you are still tethered, your identity is tethered to your racial identity, then when they scream black, you are going to respond like, oh, ding, let's move into action. And it's like, girl, I'm more inclined to operate from my gender first before the so-called racial identity. Because these men ain't shit. I've been trying to tell y'all, but y'all listen to me. Y'all don't listen to me. I wish I could find that thing of Stephen A. Smith and what he said about Joy Reid. I was like, ooh, girl, they really feel like that. They need the numbers. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. I was like, ugh, Stephen A. Smith. But he's a misogynist. And I've been saying that. Well, all of us have been saying that he's a misogynist. He doesn't like women.
Make the argument, and we want to bring race into the equation. We got to have it. We got to have the evidence. It can't be subliminal. It can't be something that's assumed. It can't be something that could that is rife with plausible deniability. We got to know it. Now, if you want to sit up there and say Trump had something to do with it, that's fine, because he's coming after them. He's coming after G. He's coming after Mr. Brian Roberts for Comcast and their left-leaning, news outlet. He's definitely, or channel rather. He's definitely doing that. We already seen him sue ABC and George Stephanopoulos. We already see him going after MSNBC. Donald Trump had an instant comment on Joy Reid on his Truth Social platform in the immediate aftermath of her being let go, dissing her and enjoying her departure. He's coming after folks. So now what it does is it provokes a bigger conversation about...
You hear him? He's coming after folks. Not he's coming after us. You got to listen to people. Listen.
the networks themselves. And what are they going to stand up for? Or are they going to be strictly about their bottom line and kowtow to the president of the United States? Because he's coming for folks that he deems enemies. He's made no apologies nor any secret about it. That's what he's doing. And if you're going to support Joy Reid, the best way for you to do it was to make sure she didn't suffer a 47% drop in the ratings. See, we don't do that enough. And I'm speaking from personal experience, so I'm qualified to talk about this subject. Ladies and gentlemen, I will remind...
I am so tired of looking at his Alice the Goon looking ass. They said it's not all black men, but always a black man. Bondi Blue, shout out to Bondi Blue. She says he really couldn't resist, could he? This is what I said. I keep telling black women, black men don't care about your race until the cop shoots their brains out. Then they only need you to care about being black when it's about cisgender heterosexual black men. Then that's the only time they care about blackness. But if you are a woman or queer, they don't care about your blackness. Tell a black woman her biggest hater, and I hate to say it, but it's a black man. It's looking like it's some of my black brothers, shaking my head. This clown always got something to say when no one asked him. Sit down. How about for a month we don't watch Stephen A. Smith until Joy Reid is back on? This clown got something to say about everyone except his hairline. His downfall will come, and he will need the same community that he keeps putting down. And then you make sure you don't respond. That's it. You make sure you be like, oh, Stephen A. Smith got fired. Okay, well. Maybe he'll make it on his way down to YouTube like everybody else who don't have a job with a corporation anymore. Let's see what else. Fuck Stephen A. Smith. That's what I have to say about that. But they don't care like that, and that's why I keep saying, don't allow these men or people to trigger you with the social construct of race in order to move you into action. Like that man who just was killed by his white girlfriend. Her father is a cop. You can't write no shit like this, girl. Father is a cop. He worships white women, disparages, degrades, put down black women to no end. Somebody has to be sick in the head to say, I would rather practice bestiality than to sleep with a woman who is black. And even then, the dog that I would fuck would be white. Like, that's what that man said. And then when she shoots him dead by accident, his family is coming out expecting for people, because she had not been arrested at the time, expecting for people, for a collective voice to say, hey cops, go arrest her, go arrest her, go arrest her. Now, I'm sure there were some black women who moved into action right away. Oh, Emmett Till, a white woman killed a black man. Emmett Till, Emmett Till, Emmett Till. Until they saw, oh, he said he would rather fuck a dog, and it would have to be a white dog. Like, and other disparaging things, but that is like one of the worst things that we saw that man say. And then he said, I'll die for her, I'll kill for her, and all of this other stuff. And then the women back down. But with you got to check your initial response. If you are still triggered by your racial identity being used to emotionally grab you and to suck you in, you got to check that. Because a lot of the times when you peel back the layers, that person just needs your numbers. They don't care anything about you. Because when you need their numbers, they're nowhere fucking crickets every time. Every time. And how many times, this is again, like, how many times does it have to happen for you to say, okay, I'm no longer going to allow myself to be like hooked in to emotionally to the social construct of race, when I know by and large these men, the way that they see me, they don't even see me as a full human, as a woman. They think my role is somehow beneath them. They think you're lesser than. And so when it's time to advocate or stand up for you, they have all of these questions. They need to qualify. Well, we have one question. Do you or do you not have an issue with Black women? That's the only question I need to know. And if I see anything with white gals and with greater than Black gals, I want to know, do they have a greater aim too? That clearly they have a greater aim too. If the white girls are better than the Black girls, they got a better aim because they knocking you niggas' heads off. And then you want Black women to be like, oh, cops, hey, cops, can you come over here and arrest this white girl? She shot a Black man. Emmett Till. No, girl. I'm going to get some shrimp fried rice and have me a Thai iced tea. Like, girl, we got to see your digital footprint. Any inkling of any issue with women, I don't even care if it's Black women, any issue with women, no, you don't. A man getting support from a woman who hates that's the same thing that y'all be following after abusive men. Why would I support a man who doesn't even like women, girl? That doesn't even make sense. Like this TikTok, I left a comment. This is what this girl said. Listen.
Did y'all see that video of the two guys?
And then I gotta go
on a podcast. Trigger warning. Do not scroll. Do not scroll. We are talking about two men with microphones. Anyway, so they're on this podcast and they're talking about vacationing with their significant other. And so one goes, man, how long can you be on vacation with your girl, man? And the other one goes, man, like 3-4 days max. And the other one's like, right? And the other one was like, yeah, man, after 3-4 days, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting a headache. I gotta get back to my boys. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. If you are on vacation with your girlfriend, what are vacations for? My opinion, eating, drinking, and fucking. If you're on vacation with your girlfriend and you're thinking about how you can't wait to get back to the boys, darling, you might be gay. Maybe next time you should go on vacation with your homeboy. Did y'all see that video?
First of all, you have to stop believing that you trying to insult a man with homosexuality is going to make him see you more than the mattress that he needs to get off. You understand? You think you are going on vacation to be intimate and we're doing all this thing. I have heard women say they don't go on vacations with women, that vacations are only for if you're in a relationship because you're just eating, drinking, and fucking. But you have a different vision of what the eating and drinking and fucking are. He is actually just in a different space with a fleshlight, with a heartbeat. He wants to get back to where he's emotionally fulfilled. You are just fulfilling his sexual needs because he doesn't want to have sex with men. If your insult could help him at all by saying you might be gay, no, we are in a patriarchy. He is upholding his heterosexuality by sleeping with you, using your body to masturbate. While you think you're on this wonderful trip with your man, my man, girl, you're just getting fucked under a palm tree. He wants to get back to his friends because you're only fulfilling a certain role. You just sent on a vacation. I can only deal with you for a few days. Y'all have to stop believing that trying to insult a man by saying, oh, you're gay. Like, oh, you might be gay. You might be gay. Oh, okay. But y'all still fucking these dudes. So, okay, they might be gay. Gervonta Davis tried to tell y'all know everything. Y'all know everything. These men have shown you over and 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 over again. They need you. A large majority of them just need you to be auditioning to be the main girl. And in that audition, you maid, you mule, and you mattress. Now we can go on vacation, but I still need you for that free labor. I still need you to allow me to use your body to masturbate, but I'm ready to get home to my boys because that's the extent. That's how, as far as I can extend myself. Because in all actuality, I'm not gay. I just don't like women. A man doesn't have to, a man like we get into that. Telling men, straight men, heterosexual men, that they are gay in order to deter them from the behavior that they're exhibiting. That doesn't matter. It does not matter. They do not care. You still gonna be there auditioning to be a maid. Because that's the one thing y'all love to do the most for these men is immediately start auditioning to be a free laborer. You telling a man you might be gay. Okay, girl, that you still gonna give me the pussy. I'm still not going to sleep with men, but I am gonna get my emotional needs met by men, and you're still gonna be a vulva and a vagina for me. So what are we really talking about? You mad because I only want to spend 2 or 3 days with you? That's the extent of how there's only so much that we can do. 3 days and then what? There's only so much that those type of guys. They're not. You're just a utility for them, an object. They don't really want to spend time with you, girl. Girl, that's, and then like you believing that because this man doesn't want to spend time with you that he's gay. No, he doesn't really like women, right? He doesn't like women. He just likes the vagina. Didn't the sex therapist tell you that the other day? They just like vaginas and vulvas. They don't like women. 3 days is a max. Let's read some of the comments of this person. I said men who don't like women aren't necessarily gay. They just don't like women. They just like having sex with vaginas. You're essentially a mattress, but attempting to call them gay doesn't make them like you any better. Like you're insulting them by trying to suggest that they're gay, attempting to insult them or attempting to insult them in a way to modify their behavior to want to spend more time with you. Like that's not going to change. They got to stop letting their girlfriends prevent them from finding their husbands. Why are they acting like someone is making them have a girlfriend? Because y'all typically fall into auditioning to be a wife or free laborer. If you don't like your girl, just say that. Denial is a river in Egypt. They may find the husbands they so desperately need. Literally just date each other. Imagine dating someone you're not obsessed with. That's actually weird. Imagine dating someone that they're not obsessed with. If you're giving me, I mean, if you're giving me vagina all the time, I don't, what? Obsessed? Did you just see that man was obsessed with that white woman and she killed him the other day? What is obsessed? This thing you want people to be obsessed with you. A lot of these people they're just doing it because it's part of how they're socialized to behave. They don't really want to do it. And that's the reason why a lot of men be upset in relationships because they like, this is what they told us we have to do. This is the way I can get free labor, but I don't really want to be in this kind of situation. And so now they being mean and violent and aggressive towards you because they don't really want to. And then you are putting like this patriarchal, you're not living up to the patriarchy. And it's like, girl, how's the patriarchy working for you? How you think it's working for them? They don't want to do that shit, but they got to uphold it because how do they benefit? What's the motivation? Pussy and money. So what's the I can get my rocks off and I can just say I'm going to be in a relationship. I don't really have to be monogamous. That's what she wants. Shit. And now you got this mean ass man, grumpy ass man around you. 3 days is enough. Why do you want to spend more than 3 days with a motherfucker anyway, girl? Like literally, what the fuck? What does he have to talk about? Literally, why do you want to spend more than 3 days? Oh, you spend so much time together. You love each other. Well, obviously not this one. You need to find one that likes, who is obsessed, girl. It's weird. It's like you try to insult them by saying something that you're not going to change the behavior. You're going to still be fucking niggas. Start trying to go on vacation with the next one for more than 3 days. Let me read some comments. I'm trying to have the rest of my life be on a vacation with my wife. Like what? They could never be honest with themselves. Boyfriends really hate their girlfriends. I mean, there's so many stories about it. It's like, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. The sex therapist told y'all. Didn't I tell? Let me see. Did I save that? The sex therapist, she told y'all that they like vaginas. They don't like women. I can't find it. I don't have time to find it. I gotta go anyways. I definitely gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Have a good weekend. Peace.